Breaking news. Ohaneze Ndigbo tackles Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, for declaring 1-month lockdown of Nigerian institutions in Biafra land. Blames Southeast governors. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 25th of August 2024, and I have another breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. The leaderless Ohaneze Ndigbo has come out with anger and threatened the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for declaring 1-month shutdown of all the zoo institutions within the Biafra land. I don't want to talk too much. Let us read this very news in details. As you can see on your screen, I will be reading from Daily Post, a zoo media platform. And according to their title, they said, 30 days lockdown threat, Simon Ekpa exploiting Southeast governor's weakness, Ohaneze. Now, let me also let you know that this so-called Ohaneze Ndigbo issuing, statements and, tackling the Prime Minister, calling him all manner of names, is the Ohaneze faction of one Okechukwu Isiguzoro, one idiot known as Okechukwu. And according to them, they said, the factional Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndigbo Okechukwu Isiguzoro, on Sunday said, the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was exploiting the weakness of Southeast governors to issue baseless threats. Now, the idiot talking about weakness is the founder, or should I say the father of weakness. He is the one who traveled all the way to Sokoto to meet the Bambiala leader, the Almajiri president, known as Yerim Shetima, begging him to allow Igbo man to be the president. Almajiri president, Yerima Shetima, who has no power at all. But this same idiot, talking about weakness, travel all the way to Sokoto, from Abuja to Sokoto, to beg that idiot in 2022 to allow an Igbo man to become the president of the zoo. We have the video, we have the records. But let's continue. Isiguzoro was responding to Ekpa's threat to lock down the Southeast from August 28 to September 26, 2024. It is not a threat. There is nothing like threats in this case. Every institution of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, within Biafra land will be shut down from August 20 to September 26. It's not a threat. It's going to happen. And this one is not going to be, civil disobedience. If you want to show your madness, you take it to the next level. You must take your madness to the next level. If you want the world to listen to you, if you want the world to pay attention to you, you must take your madness to the highest level. That is how it is, and that is what we are doing now. Now, Ekpa has threatened a 30-day lockdown of the Southeast, not Southeast. The zoo institutions, everything representing Nigeria within Biafra land will be shut down for 1 month. That is what we are talking about, not South. When you don't confuse our people, because businesses will be open, everybody will go about their normal and legitimate businesses within the so-called, where you call Southeast. Apart from those working for the illegitimate governors and government offices within Biafra land, they are the only one who will sit at home, because their offices will be shut down. That's why they will sit at home. But every other activities, things will be going on just like normal. Even if you don't understand what is happening, you will not even know what is going on, unless the People's Army had gone to preach their gospel. If you are within a territory or area, where the Biafra Liberation Army has gone to preach their gospel. That is the only time you will know that something is happening. That's all. So this very particular issue must be cleared. Everybody must be aware that there is nothing like lockdown of Southeast. This is misinformation. We are locking down everything that represents Nigeria within Biafra land. Everything is already in the public, so I don't have to start telling you what. Okay, fine, I can still make use of 1 minute to tell you. Barracks, zoo, army barracks will be locked down. Zoo police stations will be locked down. Military base, Air Force base, Navy base, whatever base which we know as terrorist camp within Biafra land will be locked down. All the local government secretariat, state government secretariat, federal secretariat, whatever, will be shut down completely under lock and key, or else because the angels of the Lord protecting the lives and properties and our land within that very area where they call Southeast will be on duty. Now they continued. They said, over the insecurity in the region and the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He claimed the decision was agreed upon in a virtual meeting by his Biafra government in exile, BLGIE cabinet, saying that the lockdown would affect all Nigeria government offices in Imo, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Anambra states in the southeast region. Reacting, Isiguzoro said the recent meeting between the Southeast governors with former President Olusegun Obasanjo should have paved the way for a collective visit to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to advocate for Kanu's release. He consigned me, Shebino na kidnap him. Why are you still the one advocating for his release? Because on a fugo na plan on amaga for nani. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, all of you were celebrating and jubilating. Today, you are still the same person advocating for his release because God has used people like us to destroy all your evil plans against the people of Biafra, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against the restoration of Biafra. Mad people everywhere. And they continued. Isiguzoro called for an urgent reassessment of the Southeast governors' strategies in addressing challenges confronting the region. In a statement he signed, Isiguzoro said there is existing a palpable frustration among Nigerians and particularly the Igbo populace concerning the recent actions or notable lack thereof of the Southeast governors in asserting their authority as the chief security officers of their respective states. Chief security officers, my foot. Do you have any authority on the police? You don't, and you can never have, because Fulani will never allow you to have that. Now, their insufficient responses to pressing security challenges have allowed inconsequential figures. He called our Prime Minister inconsequential figures, such as Simon Ekpa, to exploit their weakened stance, issuing baseless threats. He called it baseless threats to disrupt economic activities and peace within the region by declaring an illegitimate lockdown from August 28 to September 26, 2024. This one that was declared by the Prime Minister and the Biafra government in exile is the real legitimate one, is the real legitimate order that was declared, because that very government, as you see it today, is actually the one that oversees the affairs of Biafra territory. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, it's none of my business. The reality is what I have just said. If you think you have governors, they should come out and tell us what to do, and let us see if we are going to do it. I am challenging the idiot, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, the useless Ohaneze Ndigbo, the so-called idiotic governors, anybody in the politics of the zoo. If you think that you have governors, I'm challenging you, idiot. If you think you have governors in the East, tell them to come out and tell us what to do, and let us see if anybody will do it within the Biafra land. Mad people everywhere. It is disheartening to witness a once respected region known for its notable leaders such as the revered Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Now you see the kind of person he is. Have you seen it? He called Nnamdi Azikiwe, remove that Nnamdi, because Nnamdi is a very revered name. So remove Nnamdi. He called Azikiwe a revered leader. A revered leader. Can you imagine? Dr. Michael Okpara, yes, I can agree to that. Dr. Francis Akanibiam, I can agree to that. Dr. Alex Ekweme, I can agree to that. Dimodumegu Chukwemeko Ojukwu, our eternal leader. That one, no doubt. And Chief Sam Mbakwe, I can also agree to that, even though other ones serve the zoo. Become a source of mockery and derision due to the reckless antics of individuals like Simon Ekpa, who conduct his dubious activities from abroad, all the while diminishing our collective dignity. You never had dignity apart from the coming of Ojukwu. You never had dignity on all the people you mentioned, irrespective of the charismatic approach of the people like Michael Okpara and of course Sam Mbakwe, Akani Ibiam, and Alex Ekweme. Even with these names I have mentioned, you never had dignity. You never had dignity in the East. They never respected you. They never respected you. Never, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on board, and currently Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is now when you are earning respect from other regions within the Zoological Republic, the illegitimate Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. It is imperative for them to focus on developing solutions rooted in indigenous methods, leveraging the unique cultural dynamics of the Igbo people, rather than relying solely on ineffective conventional approaches. We implore our governors to take decisive action towards engaging the federal government in the urgent matter of Nnamdi Kanu's situation. Okay, now. Isiguzoro asserted that Ohaneze is steadfast in its commitment to finding genuine pathways to resolve the spiraling insecurity in the southeast. Is it in your hands? It's not in your. You can't command ordinary vigilante. It's not in your hand. The absence of action in seeking Kanu's release not only endangers our communities, but also allows criminals masquerading as Biafran agitators to proliferate under the guise of activism. We hold the governors accountable for their constitutional duties to protect the lives and properties of the Igbo people. There is nothing like constitutional duty, my friend. Therefore, we extend a clarion call to the Southeast governors. It is time to restore leadership and reclaim control of the region from the clutches of the criminal elements. Should they neglect these responsibilities, the repercussions will be dire. Ohaneze Ndigbo urges every Igbo individual to disregard the non-existent lockdown proclaimed by Simon Ekpa and will no longer tolerate decisions made in absentia that threaten our livelihood. They are just running mouth. Imagine a leaderless Ohaneze Ndigbo criminals, a group that has never for one day benefit an Igbo man, never for one day. And you call yourself Ohaneze Ndigbo. Are you insane? Do you know the meaning of Ohaneze Ndigbo? Do you know the real meaning, apart from that useless group? Do you know the real meaning of Ohaneze Ndigbo? Remove that idiotic group by the side and let us look into the real meaning of that word. And now yet you are not Ohanezein, you are not Ndigboyin. Shame on all of you, mad people. Thank God nobody is listening to all of you. Isiguzoro also called for vigilance as primary and secondary schools prepare for reopening. It is critical that our communities remain vigilant and resilient against these threats. Ohaneze Ndigbo remains resolute in denouncing the illegitimate lockdown, and we continue advocating for the protection and welfare of the Igbo people, he added. I have nothing to tell you. I have absolutely nothing to tell you. Onya Gwala Malugo, from the 28th of this month, which is not 3 days from today, the states that has been mentioned, where they call Southeast Nigeria, will witness something very, very different and unique, something that has never happened before in the history of this very struggle. Every zoo institution within Biafra land will be shut down. Onya Gwala Malo. Thank you, my people. And make it go viral.
So we know that the North, with the population and the vast majority place, that the North will always play the role of a kingmaker in deciding, being a deciding factor in 2023 presidency. And we feel that the best thing we should do is to migrate from the other side of the world to come to this place and interface with the real people who are the people that are holding the masses. Rather than abusive works in classrooms in the delis, that we decided to extend the hand of friendship to the north. Having said that, we ask one question ourselves: what happened to the relationship between Nnamdi Azikiwe and Tafawa Balewa? What happened to the existing relationship between the north and the east? Where did we got it wrong? What happened? What transpired? Is it because that one person somewhere decided to paint Igbos as if we are Biafrans? No, we believe in one Nigeria.